now let us go to Megalopolis.
Yes,
It's in cinema. Sean, you tracked it down. You tracked down Francis
I
Ford
did.
Coppola.
Francis Ford Coppola. Yeah, so I saw this on a really really well, the biggest screen they've got at, at the Pool City World. So yeah, so and I'm glad I did. I mean, I saw it because it is very very visual. Obviously, being Coppola, it's incredibly visual. So you've basically got the story. You've got as an inventor, Caesar Catalina has invented this megalon, a substance of magic building material. But the mayor, Cicero. So you've got all the Roman connotations. The place is called New Rome. It's New Rome. So and you've got Crassus, and you've got all the like really old Roman names
Oh
in
yeah.
New Rome, and then you've got a Soviet satellite state called Carthage. So it's taking place sort of modern times, but in a different universe. And it's like
The multiverse strikes again.
the multiverse strikes again, yeah. But so you've got all these like all the names are Roman, yeah. So it sort of all starts off, and when I mean you've got Dustin Hoffman in this. I'm amazed how many characters are in it, and
Well, yeah,
Sheila
I guess
who I rate very.
if Francis Ford Coppola calls and says, "I want you to be in my film," people are going to say yes.
Well, of course they are. Yeah, I guess they will. So, it's like this big Roman, like a Shakespearean play to start with. So it's all very, very Shakespearean. It was almost like not quite, but there's almost like friends, Romans, countrymen, Lengier, and there's all these intrigues, a lot of intrigues going on. There's a bit of flesh about, and yeah. So it's basically the story of the mayor versus Caesar, and then Caesar strikes up a bit of a relationship with the mayor's daughter, and there's riots. It's basically Shakespearean. What's the word? What can we call it? A Shakespearean
Saga.
melodrama with all the characters and all the intrigues and lots of plots, lots of. Especially Sheila Buffy plays a normal, nasty character who I really, really like. But visually,
Well, Shia LaBeouf plays a nasty character. Whoa,
no,
whoa.
get out. I like it. I think I quite
You
rate
know
it.
when we are talking about shorthand just a second ago about
Just a
actors
second
that
ago.
you cast for certain
Who,
things.
yes.
Yeah.
But I know who can do that
yeah.
without trying very hard.
Yeah. So
Yeah, sorry,
okay.
Sean, carry on.
Yeah, no, this is great. So, but the visuals in this is very Art Deco. Everything.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's incredibly Art Deco with the scenery and the
Everything looks like the
buildings.
Rockefeller Center in New York.
Yeah. So there's a couple of moments where it becomes a bit. I think Adam Driver there. He's sort of little bit. There's moments where it's like, oh, come on. But some of the scenes. There's a scene where he's taking some drugs and he drives through like the city, and you've almost animated the statues of justice and liberty and all that, and they all sort of animate into, oh my God, what's happening to this world?
Yeah.
And you've got split screen. I love split screen. You've got you got like triptychs of all coming up, and like I'm like, oh, I like this. And so they're separate scenes, but then the scenes merge, and it was for me. This was a visual treat. This was just like, it sort of dragged a little bit, I would say, but
Cinematic.
started. Pardon? Go on.
Cinematic.
Cinematic's the word, yeah. This is one that needs to be seen at the cinema. I mean, this is what cinema is all about. So, yeah, that split screen a few times when I was like, goodness, real 70s sort of.
I know, Sean. I was just about to say, it's like Sean just sitting there like, oh, it's like the 70s are back. Yes, this is
70s
the
all
best
over
thing
again.
ever.
So yeah, and as I say, it's the intrigue's really good. Oh yeah, you've got John Voight as like a super rich banker that they let's just say they ham it up a little bit, maybe perhaps that would be,
Yeah,
one of the
I could tell that from the trailer.
Yeah. So
From the trailer,
it's a bit hammy, but then Shakespeare is a bit hammy, if you know what I mean, in a sort of concept, like, oh, how dare, with lots of gestures and.
Is this a dagger I see before me?
Yeah, that's it exactly. Just dagger I see before me now is a winter, So yeah, visually, I thought it was great. I quite enjoyed it, but I know it's got quite a lot of negative. I mean, I don't normally look at reviews or anything like that, but I just thought, oh, looking up, and it's got quite a lot of negative reviews. This, and so I guess I must be one of the few that likes it.
Well, the thing is, okay, you're Sean. I mean, you're Francis Ford Coppola. He's kind of like, I would imagine
My
he's
hero,
one of those people.
yeah.
He sort of came up at the same time as your love for film came up as well.
Yeah.
So I imagine that there are some sensibilities. Stop trying to stop us. Stop trying to muzzle us. So I imagine that there's some sensibilities that he shares that you quite like. But I mean, already there are some things that you said that I know you loved them and everything like that.
Yeah.
And there are some things that you said that have made me a bit wary. So
Yeah.
because for instance, you're talking about the visuals. What I haven't heard much about is the story. And
Yeah,
I know that as I know as I've grown older, I don't really. I've got to this point where I'm like, yeah. The visuals have to be there in support of a good story, and so I can imagine already why some people, and I can imagine already what there are some things like. I try not to do this, but let's say, for instance, this is the kind of film that I can imagine that I might be sharpening a knife and already maybe writing a couple of lines of my review before I've even seen the film.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine that it's that kind of thing. But this is your review because you're the one who actually went and watched the film.
Yeah.
And forget about what the other reviews say. What is your review? How many stars would you give it?
Okay. Well, I'm going to give this purely because I enjoyed the experience. I always think if you go to if you see a movie and it's an enjoyable experience and you I mean, it's got to be a 4-star for me.
You didn't
it's
throw
like
up.
Beetlejuice. I enjoyed that. It's like when I saw Bad Boys. I mean, Bad Boys. I should hate everything in that. I should hate with all the car chase and that. But I really enjoyed that movie. And if you enjoy a movie, I think for me, I enjoyed this, and it was really great. And I went back and I spoke about it. So I can understand what people are saying about the plot and the story and all that, but I've found it probably two halves. The first half was I really enjoyed, and then it tended to be a bit more. But then it got more visual. Then that's when the things started happening. So the story was good to start with. Started the drag, and then it was like 3-screen triptych. Oh my goodness me, where did this come from? So it sort of come in with a big bang. Yeah.
I can just imagine the journey of Sean watching Megalopolis. Go, wow, visual. Oh, they started talking. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll always have the first hour of oh my God, visuals again! Yay!
Yeah, probably not far from that, Tomes. Not far from that, mate.
All right, cool. So that's 4 stars for Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis.